Won by the back marker, Bert Oliver, time 12 seconds. Heat 2. Set. A break, Zalesko broke. Zalesko in the red jacket. The back marker of 8 1/4 metres was the breaker. Here are the runners going in on their marks now for a restart Heat 2, and the back marker John Zalesko, who broke at the first attempt, has been re-handicapped 1 metre to 7 1/4 metres. In front of him is T. Barwick in the white of 8 1/2 metres, Wayne Johncock of 9, Leary of 10 1/2 set. And away, a bit unsteady too was Barwick at that attempt, but Wayne Johncock has gone very fast in the early stages. He's taken the lead, and even this far from home, Johncock looks to be going right away from them. Johncock from Leary and then Zalesko. That's how they'll finish, and Johncock won it with plenty in hand. Johncock first, Leary second, followed then by Zalesko. In the blue, 9 1/2 metres, time was 12 seconds. Back marker here in the red jacket is Peter Coots from New South Wales of 5 3/4 metres. Wayne Johncock, white, 9 metres. B. Yaxley, 9 1/2 blue, and G. Smith, 9 3/4 yellow. Away they go. Johncock got away brilliantly. He ran 11.7 seconds in his heat, and he looks like taking up this semi-final because Coots can't make any impression, and Johncock is going right away. He's going to be very hard to beat in the final. He actually eased up quite noticeably as he went through to take out that 5th semi-final. Johncock first, Yaxley second, Coots would have been third in the 5th semi-final. 1/4 metres running in the red jacket as the fanfare introduces the runners. Mark Tilliard from Launceston in the blue jacket of 8 1/2 metres. Lee Berwick in the white jacket, also of 8 1/2 metres. Shane Young in the yellow of 9 metres. Wayne Johncock in the green of 9 metres. And Paul Bowles, the outmarker, of 9 1/2 metres, running in the pink jacket. The Latrobe gift. Set. Away, a great start. Bowles got away well, so too did Johncock. Then we go back to Young. Tilliard's running strongly, and so too is Berwick, and then De Coit is running around about 4 yards from the leaders. Tilliard in the blue has got up to Young. I think the novice runner's going to go through to take it out. Tilliard goes through. Oh, he won it easily. Tilliard, a great throw to the tape. He won it very impressively. Tilliard first, maybe Young second, or Johncock. Very close between those two runners. Then we went back to Paul Bowles, and the back marker John De Coit just could not match the pace of those outrunners. But there's no doubt that Mark Tilliard, you can see him being congratulated there by his handlers, Gary Clayton. And this is Mark Tilliard, the City South footballer, running in his first season of professional running. Won the semi-final most impressively, and of course taking out the final in equally impressive fashion. Mark Tilliard off the mark of 8 1/2 metres in the blue jacket was first. Second placing, certainly I think was very, very close, but between Shane Young and Wayne Johncock. But we await the official placings and also the official time. Tonight, the Ovaltine Sprint, the back marker is Mike Geary, the winner of last night's Devonport gift, running off the back mark of 6 3/4 metres and running in the red jacket. Johnny Zalesko in white of 7 1/4 metres. M. Barry in blue of 7 1/2 metres. David Keane, yellow, 7 3/4 metres. Wayne Johncock, 7 3/4 metres, running in the green. And the outmarker is Steve Arnold, running in the black jacket of 9 metres. That's the field for the Ovaltine Sprint.
Yeah, but you understand what
and the runners are just moving up the track at the present time. There are the 6 runners again going down on their blocks. Geary, the back marker, back from 400 metres to 100 metres tonight. Zalesko, top class chance, so too is Johncock. Arnold is the outmarker in the black of 9 metres. David Keane in the yellow jacket, running off 7 3/4 metres. Ovaltine Sprint.
Yep.
Set. Away, a good start. Arnold got away pretty well, so did Johncock, who's going fast. Barry, and look at Geary down the outside. Arnold's just in front. Geary's coming at him strongly. Arnold just in front. Geary coming at him quickly. Very close, maybe the back marker. I think Mike Geary may have completed the double. He threw in that last 5 metres, and it's very close indeed, but the back marker, Mike Geary, may have just got up to defeat Stephen Arnold on the outside. There's plenty of track between them. Maybe Geary first from Arnold, and it was very, very close for third in the final of the Ovaltine Sprint. This maiden handicap final over 90. Green is W. Barry running off the 2 metre mark. In white, Wayne Johncock of 3 metres. In blue, Kay McConnon, also of 3 metres. In the yellow, G. Buckingham of 3 metres. In green, D. Keane of 3 metres. And Brian Yaxley on the outside of your screen, on the right-hand side of your screen, running in the pink jacket. He's also running off 3 metres. The Lord's Jewellers Maiden Handicap Final, the first final on this 1982 Burnie Athletic Club's program. Johncock, a big show. Set. Away, Yaxley got away a little bit keenly. Here's Johncock down the outside in the white. Wayne Johncock takes the lead, and this Launceston Speedster's Wayne racing away from them. Oh, a big win to Johncock. Johncock first. In second placing could have been McConnell second. Third on the outside would have been Keane in the green. Then follows Yaxley and Barry. Yaxley, I thought, may have broken at the start, but the start was given all clear, and the Lord's Jewellers maiden handicap final has been taken out by 15 was won by Mark Tilliard in white of 7.5 metres from B. Marantelli from Victoria, 9.5 metres, time 12.8 seconds. Now in heat 16, the second last heat, a most important heat. We have at least 4 runners who are strong chances for the final. P. Elliott from Victoria, red, 4 3/4 metres. Mike Geary in the white, who won the Devonport gift the other night of 7 1/4 metres. Wayne Johncock, who earlier won the maiden handicap in blue, 9 metres. M. Gileri, Victoria. M. Jones in the green of 10 metres. B. Creeley, Victoria, pink of 10.5 metres. Away they go, and Jones got away well, so did Johncock. Then we go back to Geary, and on the outside is Elliott. Johncock's taken the lead, but Geary's going to him very quickly. Johncock's just in front, first 2 to qualify. Geary going home the stronger, looks across and said, I've got you covered, Wayne. And Mike Geary first, Johncock second, third would have been Jones, and Elliott in 4th placing, but the first 2 to qualify from heat 16. In the first semi-final, the Bernie gift, the back marker, Bert Oliver in the red jacket of 2 1/4 metres from Scotland. C. Irving in the white jacket of 5 metres. R. Tammons in blue, 8.5 metres. Chris Petterwood, yellow, 9 metres. Wayne Johncock, green, 9 metres. And R. Delphin, pink, 9.5 metres. First semi-final. Conditions very trying. Setting away. Delphin's got away well. So too is Johncock. Then we go back to Petterwood, followed in by Tammons. Then Irving, and look at Oliver, the back marker coming down the outside. Johncock's just in front. I think he's going to be too strong. Johncock starts to draw away. A great run by young Wayne. Johncock first, a very easy victory. Second placing would have been Delphin. Third then would have been possibly Irving, who came through. Followed in by Oliver, Tammons and Petterwood in the first semi-final. Mr. Grenville Bellchambers for the final of the Isander Bernie gift for 1982. The back marker in the red jacket, running off 4 1/4 metres from New South Wales, Steve Brossman. The local runner from Bernie, Michael Geary, the winner of last year's Bernie gift, running in white of 7 1/4 metres. David Keane in blue off 9 metres. Wayne Johncock from Launceston off 9, running in the yellow jacket. B. Yaxley in the green off 9.5 metres. And Stephen Arnold in the pink jacket off 9 3/4 metres. There are the 6 runners who have won their way through from the heats, semi-finals and out of the final of the 1982 Bernie gift. Set. Away, a great start. Arnold got away well, so did Yaxley. Johncock's going hard very early, followed in by Keane. Down the outside comes Geary and Brossman. It's Johncock just in front. Geary going home the stronger though, and Michael Geary from Bernie's going through to take it out. He won it easily. Michael Geary first. A very popular victory. The hometown boy, Michael Geary, has fulfilled a lifetime ambition by winning the Bernie gift of 1982. It would have been Geary first. On the far side, Arnold in the pink would have been second, and very close, maybe the back marker, Stephen Brossman from New South Wales, running off the 4 1/4 metre mark in the red jacket. A very, very gallant third, but there's no doubt. In red of 7.5 metres. Next to him is P. Young in the white of 8 metres. Shane Young, who was also a finalist in the Latrobe gift last year, in the blue jacket of 8 3/4 metres. Still another finalist in Wayne Johncock in the yellow of 8 3/4 metres. Gary Westcombe in the green, a very experienced runner of 9 1/4 metres, and Dirk Nankervis in the pink, 9 3/4 metres, heat 12. Set. Nankervis got away well, so did Westcombe, and Johncock's gone very fast early. He's out with a winning lead by this stage. Tilliard struggling, so too is Shane Young, and then P. Young, but Wayne Johncock, who's put in a very solid preparation for this event, eased up when he went to the line and won it easily. Young, Johncock first, possibly Tilliard second. On the far side, Nankervis third in the 12th and final heat. There's the starter, Mr. Grenville Bellchambers, sending the 4 runners in the first semi-final of the Latrobe gift to their marks. And the back marker is Kerry McConnon in red of 6.5 metres. In white of 8 is D. Barwick. Wayne Johncock, a very strong chance to make the final, in blue of 8 3/4 metres. And the outmarker is Gerald Leary in yellow of 10.5 metres. Heat first semi-final, Latrobe gift. Set. Away, a good start. Leary got away well, but so too did Johncock, who's gone very fast early. Then we go back to McConnell and Barwick, but Johncock's got a good break as they come down towards the last 45 metres. In fact, he's racing right away. He was most impressive in his heat and equally as impressive in this first semi-final. Johncock first, Barwick would have been second, McConnell and Leary in the first semi-final. As the fanfare sounds, the runners for the Latrobe gift are receiving their last-minute instructions from Grenville Bell Chambers. The back marker here is David Keane from Latrobe in the red jacket of 8 metres. Peter Wright of 8 1/4 metres from Devonport in the white. There is one scratching. Wayne Barry has been forced to withdraw due to that thigh injury he received in winning his semi-final. Wayne Johncock from Launceston in the yellow jacket. He's running off 8 3/4 metres. Gerald Matthews from Longford. He's running in the green jacket of 9 3/4 metres. And Tony Bennett from Burnie in the pink jacket of 11 metres. 5 finalists. The Latrobe gift of 1982.
235,
Set. There was a break. Johncock broke. There's the runners once again going down on their marks. The runner, Wayne Johncock, who broke in that first attempt, has been penalised a metre. He's now running off 7 3/4 metres. In fact, he's the back marker. Set this time. Away, a good start too, although Wright, I think, jumped them too. Bennett, Matthews and Wright. And Johncock is coming through in the centre. Can he make up that metre? He can't. Right on the outside is just the leader. I think he's going to go through to win it. Peter Wright, yes! Wright first. Second placing to Bennett. Third Matthews, followed in by Johncock. And on the outside would have been David Keane. But I have the feeling that Peter Wright, in the white jacket, broke at least by half a metre. I'm pretty certain of that, but still he'll go through. There was no recall, and so Peter Wright, running off the 8 1/4 metres from Devonport in the white jacket, has taken out the Latrobe gift of 1982. This is the final of the Ovaltine sprint. The 6 runners. The back marker here in the red jacket of 7 metres is David Keane from Devonport. In the white jacket, Wayne Johncock of 7 3/4 metres. In the blue, Barry Yaxley of 8 1/4 metres. Gerald Matthews in the yellow of 8 3/4 metres. Marcus Billing in the green of 9 1/4 metres, and Gerald Leary in the black of 9 1/2 metres. Should be a tremendous race. Little between the whole 6 runners. Set. Good start. Leary got away well. So did Yaxley. Followed in by, look at Johncock going very hard, and also is Keane. On the far side, it's Marcus Billing. It's got to the lead. Billing just in front. Is he holding on? Marcus Billing, yes. Billing first. Second placing to Johncock. Third would have been Keane. A great finish of the Ovaltine sprint. Then follows Matthews, and in the blue was Barry Yaxley. And last of all to pull up could have been Gerald Leary. But I do feel that in the green jacket, that Marcus Billing has taken out the Ovaltine sprint. Runners in Heat 4 of the Burnie gift. Heat 3 was won by Marcus Billing in the black of 10 1/4 metres, time 12.4 seconds. The back marker in Heat 4 is Kerry McConnell from Hobart in the red of 6 1/2 metres. Stephen Wright in the blue of 8 1/4 metres. Wayne Johncock in the yellow of 8 3/4 metres. He's one of the prime fences for the Burnie gift. And the outmarker is M. Mitchell in the green of 9 metres. 4 runners, McConnell, Wright, Johncock and Mitchell. Johncock, a finalist in this event last year. In fact, he finished 3rd. Set. Away, a good start. Mitchell, Johncock's gone very hard early. Then we go back to Wright, followed in by McConnell. But Wayne Johncock is in front. Wright's the only danger. Here comes McConnell down the outside, but Johncock is too strong. He won it with plenty in hand. Johncock first, maybe Wright second, and I think the back marker McConnell has been run out of his in this heat. And last of all to pull up would have been in the red off the back mark of 2 1/2 metres in the Asanda Burnie gift first semi-final. This is the second semi-final. The first semi-final was won by Stuart Guest in the yellow of 8 3/4 metres, time 12.1. The back marker in the second semi-final, the stall gift winner in Chris Perry off the 3 1/2 metre mark in the red jacket. G. Glassford in the white, 7 1/2 metres. Wayne Denny in the blue of 8 1/4 metres, and Wayne Johncock in the yellow of 8 3/4 metres. Should be a tremendous semi-final. Set. away. Johncock's got away well, so too has Denny. Then follows Glassford, and look at Perry down the outside. Young Johncock so's got the lead. Perry's the only danger. I think Johncock is holding on. Johncock and Perry. Johncock just in front. Perry going to win quickly. Yes! The back marker. I think the back marker has got up. A tremendous performance by Chris Perry. A stall gift performance if ever I've seen one. And he's going to be very, very hard to beat in the final despite his handicap of 3.5 metres. That's the Isander Bernie gift. Starts. The back marker for the Isander Bernie gift is Chris Perry, the stall gift winner in the red of 3.5 metres. Evan Armstrong in the white of 7.5 metres. Lee Berwick, the very short price favourite in the blue of 8.5 metres. Stuart Guest in the yellow of 8 3/4 metres. Stephen Arnold in the green of 8 3/4 metres. And the outmarker is Marcus Billing in the pink of 10 1/4 metres.
They're down on their block, stand by for a start. Perry, Armstrong, Berwick, Guest,
Berwick, the very strong favourite, but Perry, the back marker, can't be disregarded. He's a stall gift winner, and he's been most impressive in his heat and semi-finals. Set. Away. Billings got away well, so too is Arnold, followed in by Guest. Here's Berwick, although it's Guest taking the lead. Berwick, I think, is struggling. Guest and Berwick. Berwick coming home the stronger. I think he's going to get up. Yes, Lee Berwick. Oh, he's gone through easily in the finish. Berwick first. I think Billing on the far side has kicked again to run second, just in front of Stephen Arnold, who led them until the last 50 metres before Gatter being in by Berwick. Then followed Perry, the back marker, Armstrong, and the other runner there was Arnold, but it was a great performance. The back marker, Mike Geary in red of 3.5 metres. P. Emerson from Victoria in white of 6 metres. Stephen Wright, blue, 7 1/4 metres. Stuart Guest, yellow, 7 1/4 metres. Wayne Johncock, green, 7 3/4 metres. And Gary Wescombe, the outmarker, in black of 8 1/4 metres.
Moving in now for a
This is the Ovaltine Sprint over 100 metres.
83 Ovaltine Sprint 5.
$500. Prize money attached to this gift. Geary, Emerson, Wright, Guest, Johncock and Wescombe. It should be a tremendously close finish. Set. Away, a good start. Wescombe got away well, so did Johncock. Then Guest further back to right. Then follows Emerson and Geary. Stuart Guest has got to the lead from right. Then Johncock and Wescombe. But Stuart Guest is drawing right away from them. And Stuart Guest has won the final. Guest first. Possibly Johncock would have been second from right. Wescombe was on the far side. Geary finished on very strongly from Emerson. But there's no doubt that Stuart Guest in the yellow jacket of 7 1/4 metres has taken out the final of the Ovaltine Sprint. Of the finalists in the 1984 Bernie gift, receiving their last minute instructions from the starter, Mr. Grenville Bellchambers, who's done a magnificent job today in starting all the heats and semi-finals so magnificently. The back marker, of course, is John DeCoit from Victoria, the back mark of 2 3/4 metres. Next to him is Gerald Toomey from New South Wales in the white jacket of 5 1/4 metres. A very strong fancy is Alan Scott from Victoria in the blue, 6 1/2 metres. The favourite, the very short price favourite, Stuart Guest from Burnie here in yellow, 8 1/4 metres. From Launceston, Wayne Johncock in the green, who's run the fastest time in the heats and semi-finals at this stage. He's off 8 3/4 metres. And Gary Wescombe, a former Bernie gift winner, the outmarker in the pink of 9 1/4 metres. And any one of these 6 finalists are in there with a chance. And of course, all interest will centre in the performance of John DeCoit, the back marker from 2 3/4 metres, and the long odds-on favourite Stuart Guest in the yellow. Set. Start. Wescombe's got away well, but Johncock's gone to him very quickly. Then we go back to Guest, followed in by Scott, Toomey and DeCoit. Johncock's in front. Guest is coming at him quickly now, and also Wescombe. Wescombe's kicked again. Wescombe on the outside has taken the lead, and Wescombe's won the Bernie gift. A great performance. Gary Wescombe's won the Bernie gift. Stuart Guest may have been second, followed in by John DeCoit, Alan Scott, and then follows the other runner there in Toomey. But there's no doubt in my mind that Gary Wescombe has taken out the Bernie gift of 1984. Lorraine gift, the back marker in red, Ralph Heffernan in 7, of 7 in the red jacket. In the white jacket, Ken Jordan of 7 1/4 metres from Launceston. In the blue jacket, Wayne Johncock of 8 3/4 metres, now residing out of Burnie. In the yellow is Walker of 9 1/2 metres. In green, Barry Yaxley of 9 3/4 metres. And in the pink, Lee Smith, the outmarker of 9 3/4 metres. On their marks. Set. Away, a good start. Smith's got away well, so too is Yaxley. Johncock in the blue, though, has gone very fast early. Then we go back to Jordan and Heffernan, but Johncock has taken the lead. He's going to be a strong favourite for all the gifts coming up, and Wayne Johncock is going to the tape and taking it out easily. Oh, great run. Johncock first, Yaxley second, third would have been Smith, a fine run from 9 3/4 metres. Then we went back to Jordan, Walker and Heffernan in the final of the 1984 Deloraine gift. Metres. The back marker here is Mike Geary in the red jacket, running off the back mark of 4 metres. Wayne Johncock in white of 7 1/4 metres. Lee Smith, the winner of this year's Latrobe gift, running in blue of 7 3/4 metres. Barry Yaxley in yellow of 8 metres. Marcus Billing in green 8 1/2 metres. The outmarker Dirk Nankervis in pink of 9 metres, 70 metres Latrobe sprint. Set. Away, oh, good start. Nankervis got away well. So did Johncock in the white going hard. So too is Smith. Then we go back to Yaxley, followed then by Geary. Johncock's in front though, close to home, and Johncock is through. Jove, got a great start, Wayne Johncock, and that won him the race for him. Wayne Johncock was first. Smith would have been second. I think Nankervis on the far side could have been third, just ahead of Billing, Yaxley and Geary in the final of the Latrobe sprint. And get them onto their blocks. 90 metres, maiden handicap. Of the maiden handicap, starting from 3 metres, Shane Batt first, Bake second, Wayman third, the time at 9.58. 9.58, the winning time for Shane Batt, winning the maiden handicap. We'll be back after this break with the first of the 1985 Bernie Gift heats.
And our favourite here today, we move on to, into the semi-final, I should say. Gray, O'Loughlin.
Runners in the first heat of the Asander Bernie Gift are now moving up to their marks. 120 metres.
$1,000 Bernie gift.
Heffernan and Berry, the scratchings from heat number 1.
Not real bad money. $5,000.
Gray in red off 6 1/2 metres. O'Loughlin in blue off 7 1/4. Eagling in green off 9. And the outmarker Mitchell in pink off 9 1/2 metres. 120 metres. Runners on their marks, set, racing, beginning quickly on the inside was Gray. O'Loughlin away quickly also with Eagling and Mitchell on the far side, but it's going to be the back marker Gray. He's going to street the opposition in this opening heat, and Gray racing right away. Gray goes down the line to score by 15 metres, very close for second and third to get into the semi-final. O'Loughlin was there, and also Eagling, and then further back in last position was Mitchell.
3 metres. He raced fast.
Gray, the winner of heat number 1 of the Bernie Gift. Eagling second, the time 12.45. 12.45 for Gray and Eagling in heat 1. Heat 2, we have Saltmarsh in white off 7 metres, McConnon in blue off 7, Bell in yellow off 7 1/4, Mallet in green off 9, Billing off 10, and Howard in black off 11 metres. And beginning quickly at the back of the field was Saltmarsh. McConnon is starting to race through quickly in the blue. Breaking down badly there is Mallet. It's going to be close. It's Howard on the far side. McConnon coming through strongly in the blue. McConnon going home the better. McConnon first, Howard second. Further back then to Billing. Well back was Bell towards the tail. And second last crossing line in fact was Saltmarsh. And the runner breaking down at the 50 metre mark was Mallet from Queensland. Yep.
On their block for this the third. Silver is
McConnon in blue, the winner of heat number 2, defeating Howard in black, and the time 12.48. 12.48, 300ths of a second slower than heat number 1. Runners on their marks now for heat 3. Silver from Queensland in red off 5 1/4. Hayes in white off 7. Jackson in blue off 7 1/4. Weller in yellow off 8 1/4. Arnold in green off 9 1/4. And Leary in pink off 10 3/4, and beginning quickly at the back of the field was Silver, and already he's made up his big handicap, and he's raced to the lead at the halfway mark already. On the far side we have Leary and Arnold, but it's going to be Silver the back marker, another back marker up in heat 3. Silver first, very close for second and third. Arnold in green might have just nosed out Leary. Further back in the field then we had Jackson, and well back towards the tail was Weller, and at the tail of the field was Hayes. Third heat winner, Kay Silver from Queensland, defeating Arnold in the time of 12.65. Runners on their marks now for heat 4. Lee Berwick in red off 5 1/4. Austin in white off 7. West in blue off 7. Dennis from New South Wales in yellow is a scratching. Petterwood in green, and Appleby the outmarker off 10 metres. Set now, heat 4.
Racing Berwick began brilliantly from the back of the field, going strongly also as West, and the outmarker there in Petterwood is going strongly. West has taken the lead. It's going to be West and Berwick to fight out the finish. West going easily in the middle of the track, and West and Berwick cross the line together. West first, Berwick second, close for third, well back there, Appleby, Petterwood, and towards the tail, Austin. Berwick and West making their way through to the semi-finals in the fourth heat in the time of 12.61. Runners on their marks now for heat 5. Lay in red of 6 1/4, Wayman in white of 7, Lonigan of 7 1/4 in blue, Doherty in yellow of 8 1/2, Yaxley in green of 9 1/2, and the outmarker Quarrel in pink of 10 1/4 metres. Set now, heat 5. Racing, beginning well at the back was Lay. Going also strongly there was Wayman, and the two runners out the front, Yaxley and Quarrel. Wayman coming through strongly to tackle now. Yaxley out in front. Yaxley holding his lead though with 20 metres left to go, and he's going to be too good. Yaxley first, Wayman second, Quarrel third. Further back in the field then was Lay, and towards the tail then was Lonergan and Doherty. Yaxley, the winner of heat 5, defeating Wayman in the fastest time so far, 12.44. Runners on their marks now for heat 6. Jim Thompson, the back marker from Victoria, off 2 metres. Cox in white off 7. Jordan in blue off 7 1/4. Ling in yellow off 8 3/4. Tammins in green off 9. And Spinks, the outmarker, off 9 3/4, will run in pink. Thompson giving away 7 3/4 metres to the outmarker Spinks, and they're set. Racing, Thompson exploded away from the boxes there and began brilliantly. He's got the field covered already with half the journey left to go. Thompson races up, takes the lead away. On the far side, Spinks and Tammins trying hard, but Thompson too good, very close for second and third. Spinks might have just lasted to defeat the fast finishing Jordan. Tammins was further back, and towards the tail of the field was Ling and Cox. Brilliant run by the back marker Jim Thompson off 2 metres, defeating Spinks in a time of 12.54. Seventh heat runners now on their marks. Eastley in white off 7 metres. Gregorio from Victoria off 7 1/4. Cheney in yellow off 7 1/2. Palliser in green off 9. And Smith, the Latrobe gift winner, the outmarker on 9 3/4 metres. Runners settling on their marks. The set. Racing, Eastley began well over here in the white lane, beginning quickly on the far side was Smith, and going strongly in the centre is Cheney, being tackled now by Gregorio on this side. Gregorio takes the lead. He's going to be too good, the Victorian. Gregorio wins, Cheney second, Smith on the far side third, further back Eastley, and towards the tail Palliser. The Victorian Gregorio was the winner of heat number 7, beating Cheney in a time of 12.35. Heat 8 runners, M. Geary off red 5 metres. Pearce in white off 7. Gore in blue off 7 1/4. In yellow, Drinkwater from New South Wales off 7 3/4. And Nankervis in black off 10 metres. Geary giving away 5 metres. They're set. Racing, Geary began brilliantly in the red. Beginning next to him was Pearce, pretty well, going strongly in yellow. There is Drinkwater, and on the far side, Nankervis. It's Drinkwater in front, being tackled now by Geary. They're easing up. Drinkwater first. Geary flying on the outside. Might have just got up very close between them. Back then in third placing then was Nankervis, and well back Gore and Pearce. Geary getting up in the last stride to defeat Drinkwater in the time of 12.60. Runners in heat 9. Mowat in red of 5 1/2. Thorpe in white off 7. Snare in blue of 7 1/4. Elliott from Victoria in yellow off 8. Austin from New South Wales in the green off 9 metres. Matthews from Victoria in pink off 10 metres, and Walker in black off 10 1/4. Mowat, previous winner of the Bernie gift. Set. Racing, and Mount began brilliantly on this side of the track. Thorpe was away well also. Reg Austin out there in the green is the early leader though, with 50 metres left to go. Austin is still holding on, trying hard there is Elliott, and on the side is Mount, but it's going to be Austin again. Austin running in the peak of his form, defeated Elliott. On the side then was Mount. Further back then we had Snare, Thorpe, and well back Matthews and Walker. Reg Austin winning heat number 9, defeating Elliott in a time of 12.48. Runners in heat 10. Gary Westcombe in red, the dual Bernie gift winner in 1978 and 84 off 6 1/2 metres. Shane Batt in white off 7 1/4. Glassford in blue off 7 1/4. Hamill in yellow of 7.5, Denny in green, and Nan Curvis in black, the outmarker of 10.5. Set, Wescombe away brilliantly in the red. Beginning well also there was Bat. Glassford a bit slowly away, and on the far side there is Denny. It's going to be close, 50 metres left to go, 5 across the track. Then the blue, Glassford in front. Bat trying hard on Wescombe, but Glassford's won it. Glassford's won it in blue. It's very close for second. Bat just ahead of Wescombe. Further back then was Denny, Hamill and Nan Curvis. The 10th heat resulted in a very close finish. Glassford the winner, defeating Shane Bat, the maiden winner from this morning, and the time at this stage is unavailable. The 11th heat, Webster from Victoria in red off 3 1/4. 12.68 was the time by Glassford in heat 10. Walters in white, Foster blue, Tilliard in yellow, Buckingham in green, Bennett in pink, and Ron Cornish the outmarker of 10.5 metres. 7 metres between first and last here. Webster the back marker in red. Racing, Webster began quickly with Walters, Foster, Tilliard away well. On the far side we have Bennett, and Cornish has been passed at the stage. 50 metres left to go, but it's Webster the back marker. He's raced through the field and taken the lead, and Webster first, Buckingham second, close for third. Bennett was there with Tilliard, further back Cornish. Walters was further back and Foster was last. Webster the winner of heat number 11 in the fastest time of 12.32, defeating Buckingham. Webster and Buckingham going into the semi-finals. Heat number 12, Proudlock from New South Wales, the back marker of 3 3/4 metres in red. Talbot in white off 7, Rundle in blue off 7 1/4, Bakes in yellow, very impressive this morning in the maiden event, and De Bomford in green. Set, racing, Proudlock began brilliantly. Bakes is away strongly again out there in the yellow, but look at the back marker, Proudlock. He's already raced to the field at the 70 metre mark, and Proudlock is racing away. Bakes trying hard, but Proudlock too good. He goes to the line and cruises through to beat Bakes. In third position then we had De Bomford, and further back Rundle and Talbot. Proudlock the winner of heat number 12 in the fastest time of the day, 12.28, defeating Bakes. 13th heat, D. Keane in red of 6 metres. Moore from Victoria, Peter Moore's brother, in white of 7. Clark in blue off 7. Rodney Jones in yellow off 7.5. Davis in green off 8. Parks in pink off 9 1/4. And Anderson in black off 11. Keane the back marker. Moore in white. And there's a break. Runners going back onto their blocks now for a restart of heat number 13. Keane, Moore, Clark, Jones, Davis, Parks and Anderson. Keane the back marker. Good reports about Moore and Davis and the local runner Rodney Jones. Possibly the best heat of the morning so far. Set. Keane began brilliantly in the red, beginning well also was Moore. Davis was away slowly, but he's starting to pick up ground now in the green. Davis takes the lead, 50 metres left to go. Trying hard there is Clark, but it's going to be Davis, and the reports were right. Davis first, Clark second, close for third. Parks was there also with Moore. Well back was Keane towards the tail of the field with Jones and Anderson. Davis winning heat number 13 in very impressive style. Clark second, and the time unavailable at this stage. Runners in heat number 14. Now moving on to their marks. Hipworth from Victoria, the back marker off 7 metres. Saltmarsh in white off 7 1/4. Johncock, the Bernie Gift favourite, off 8 3/4 metres in yellow, and Fagan in green. Racing, Hipworth began well with Saltmarsh. Here's the Bernie Gift favourite now. Johncock starting to stretch out at the halfway mark. Oh, no wonder he's the favourite. He's streaking right away with this race. He's opened up a 10 metre break, and Johncock goes down to the line to win. Very close for second and third. Hipworth just in front of Saltmarsh, and further back then was Fagan. Wayne Johncock recorded 12.27, second fastest heat, defeating Hipworth in heat number 14. The 15th and final heat of the Asander Bernie Gift, only 3 runners. Cameron in white off 7, Riggs from Victoria off 7.5, and Darren Batt in pink off 8 1/4 metres. Set now for the 15th and final heat. Cameron, Riggs and Batt. We have a false start. Runners moving on to their blocks once more for the last heat of the Bernie Gift. Disappointing field of only 3. Riggs from Victoria in yellow. And Darren Batt, one of the favourites for this year's Bernie Gift. Set, and a false start once more, and this time it was the yellow runner in Riggs. On their blocks for their third attempt at getting the 15th heat underway, Riggs penalised a further metre there for braking. They're set, racing, Cameron away well with Riggs and Batt on the far side. It takes Batt a while to get warmed up and he's back in third spot at the moment. Riggs is in front, Batt starting to warm to the task on the far side, and Cameron starting to come home strongly, but it's going to be Batt first, very close for second and third. Cameron just ahead of Riggs for second placing. Darren Batt winning heat 15 in the time of 12.55, defeating Cameron. We'll be back after this break with the 6 semi-finals of the 1985 Bernie Gift. Runners in the first semi-final of the 1985 Asanda Bernie Gift with a value of $5,000 are now being spoken to by the starter, Mr. Grenville Bellchambers. Thompson, the back marker, Jim Thompson, who won his heat in brilliant fashion, 2 metres. Gray in white off 6.5, Wayman in blue off 7, Cheney in yellow off 7.5, and the out marker Arnold off 9.25. Can Thompson be the first back marker to go straight into the final of the Bernie Gift? We'll soon see. Starters on their mark, set, racing, Thompson away brilliantly. Cheney began well on the far side with Arnold coming through strongly now as Wayman, and going with him also it's Gray. Cheney the leader, Thompson starting to fly home now. Wayman in front, Cheney in front, Thompson trying hard, but Cheney's won it. Cheney first, Thompson second, Gray third. Further back in the field then was Arnold, and towards the tail Gray. First semi-final resulted in a win to G. Cheney in the time of 12.35. Runners in the second semi-final, Webster in red off 3.25, McConnon in white off 7, Batt in blue off 7.25, Eagling in yellow off 9, and Austin in green off 9 metres. Set now, second semi-final. Racing, Webster away brilliantly, McConnon began well, so too did Batt, and Austin on the far side, Eagling dropping out, 50 metres left to go, and McConnon's taken the lead, but Webster on the outside will join him. Webster goes to McConnon, hits the front, and Webster too good. Webster first, McConnon second, Austin third, further back was Batt, and Eagling was last. Webster the winner of the second semi-final, finishing too strongly to defeat McConnon. This is the third semi-final. The back marker Steve Proudlock of 3.75 metres. Hipworth a withdrawal due to injury. Bakes in blue off 7.5. Elliott in yellow off 8. And Yaxley off 9.5. Proudlock, Bakes, Elliott and Yaxley. Set. Racing, Proudlock began brilliantly on the inside lane. Bakes began well, also did Yaxley on the far side, but it's going to be Proudlock. He's got the field covered, and there's still 50 metres left to go, and Proudlock is racing away to win the third semi-final. Proudlock eases up to score in fine fashion. Yaxley second, close for third. Bakes just ahead of Elliott. Fourth semi-final of the Bernie Gift. Mike Geary in red off 5 metres. Clark in white off 7. Gregorio in blue off 7.25. Buckingham in yellow on 9, and Spinks in green off 9.75. Proudlock winning the previous heat in 12.22, Webster in 12.21 and Cheney in 12.35, the 3 semi-finalist winners. Geary the back marker here in semi-final number 4. Racing, Geary away quickly with Clark. Gregorio began quickly, and on the far side it's Spinks and Buckingham. Gregorio in the centre of the track has taken the lead. Geary can't make it. Gregorio in front, trying hard as Clark, but Gregorio in front, he's too good. Gregorio first, Clark second, close for third, Buckingham, Spinks, and then Geary back at the tail. Fourth semi-final winner, Gregorio, in the time of 12.28. 12.28, the time recorded by Gregorio in the fourth semi-final, defeating Clark. This is the fifth semi-final, and the strongest by far. Silver in red from 5.25, West in white off 7, Davis in blue off 8 metres, Darren Batt off 8.25 in yellow, and Howard in green off 11. Set. Racing, Silver and West began brilliantly, so too did Davis, and on the far side is Howard. That taking time to get warmed up at the halfway mark, and Davis took the lead. Silver and West are trying hard, but it's going to be Davis. He's streaking away, and Davis scores in very impressive fashion. Davis first, Bat second, close for third, West, Silver, and also Howard. Davis, the winner of semi-final number 5 in the brilliant time of 12.18, by far the fastest time recorded so far. And here's the pre-race favourite, Johncock, now drawn here in green in 8 3/4 metres. The back marker is Lee Berwick, 5 1/4, Cameron in white off 7, Glassford 7 1/4, Drinkwater in yellow off 7 3/4, and Johncock in green off 8 3/4. A big run to defeat Davis if he's going to do so. Set. Berwick began brilliantly, and it's a false start. Possibly began too brilliantly. Runners being called up for a start again in the 6th semi-final. Berwick breaking there and going back 1 metre. He's now on 4 1/4 metres. Cameron 7, Glassford 7 1/4, Drinkwater 7 3/4, and the favourite Johncock drawn the far lane in green 8 3/4 metres. Berwick certainly with his work cut out to give Johncock that amount of start. Racing, Berwick away brilliantly once again, but it's Johncock on the far side. He's 3 or 4 metres in front. Running strongly there is Glassford. Berwick trying hard, but Johncock is much too good, and he's going to win by 5 or 6 metres in the run home. Johncock first, Glassford second. On the far side there was the runner there in Drinkwater, and well back was Cameron. Wayne Johncock, the winner of the 6th semi-final of the Bernie Gift, in the brilliant time of 12.03, making him the fastest semi-finalist for this year's final, and also the only Tasmanian in the event. We'll be back after this break with the heats of the 1985 Bernie Wheel. Runners in the 1985 Asander Bernie Gift to the value of $5,000 are now being called up by the starter. Webster, the back marker, off 3 1/4 metres, winning time in his semi-final 12.21. Proudlock 3 3/4, his time 12.22. Gregorio 7 1/4, 12.28. Cheney in yellow off 7 1/2, 12.35, and the two fastest, Davis in green in 12.18 and Johncock, the Tasmanian, in 12.03. Set for a start. Set. Racing, Webster and Proudlock began brilliantly. Johncock on the far sides opened up a 2 metre break. Webster's flying home. Davis starting to pick up momentum. It's Johncock in front with 30 metres to go, and the Tasmanian's too good. Johncock streaks away to win the Bernie Gift. Johncock first, Gregorio second. Webster might have got up to run third. It's very close. Davis is there. Further back in the field was Proudlock and Cheney, but the Tasmanian, Wayne Johncock, has won the 1985 Asander Bernie Gift. There's Wayne Johncock being presented with the 1985 Asander Gift trophy. Magnificent performance from Johncock, starting from the mark of 8 3/4 metres. Gave no one else a chance, and there he is being decorated with his sash. Once again, the winner, the 1985 Asander Gift, Wayne Johncock from Tasmania.
Gentlemen, I'd like to, Mr. Ross Spinks, the Tasmanian manager for the Standard, to present the trophy at the track.
Wayne Johncock, the winner of the 1984 Bernie Gift, defeating Gregorio from Victoria, and also Webster, the back marker. Johncock first, Gregorio second, Webster third, and now we go to the final of the 1984 Bernie Wheel.
Johncock overcame a head cold to take out the Purity Gift at the Clarence Bicentennial Athletic Carnival at Bellerive today. The 6 finalists were introduced to the crowd before taking to the blocks for the $5,000 Purity Gift, with $3,250 going to the winner. Reading from left to right, in the pink, the front marker to Bomford off 10 1/2. In green, Johncock off 6. In yellow, Berwick off 5 1/2. In blue, Whitehead 4 1/2. In white, Bennett 3 3/4. And in red, the back marker, Thompson off 3 1/4. An even start. Bomford getting away smartly. Johncock and Thompson also a good start too. But now look at Johncock in green getting towards de Bomford. Thompson flashing home on the inside, but it'll be Johncock to take out the sprint. Just gets there from Thompson. De Bomford third, followed by Bennett, Berwick and Whitehead. Mr. Michael Kent from Purity presented the winning cheque to Wayne Johncock, who was out of the very strong Ray Quarrell stable, and said his excellent start won it for him.
Oh, I think it's a big advantage, Peter. If you can get away well, you've got the others chasing you. Plus, if you can use your handicap, which I tried to do, and luckily it was enough to have me in front at the end.
Well, I know you've had a few problems the last couple of days. You're suffering from a pretty bad cold.
Yeah, this morning I woke up, I wasn't feeling very well at all, but I came right and I was down in my semi, so I knew I had to find a bit, and I just decided to give it everything in the final and, you know, not worry about how I was feeling, and I came through.
Well, I think the tote paid something like 5 to 1 on you. Do you know if the stable had much of that?
Well, I think the stable had a bit, yes, Peter. The tote's very attractive, especially when you have a few dollars on it, and I think they did, yeah.
Good luck to them. In the island...
clinched the $4,500 Devonport gift. Rodney Walker's taken over at the 200-metre mark. O'Neill trying to go with him. Johncock coming through with the green and Krushka following him home. Williams coming through in the yellow and Nankervis flying home on the inside lane at the 100-metre mark, and Krushka's raced past them. He's got the Devonport gift with an sights. Williams trying desperately in second spot. Nankervis flying home on the inside lane, but Krushka, he's taken out the Devonport gift of 89.
On the site betting events here at Stawell for many a year. 4 to 1 the field. Well, there were 31 heats held this afternoon. Of course, the winner from each through to the 5 semi-finals on Monday. We're going to now show you the 5 fastest heats, and the first of them was the very first heat of the day. 1 3/4. Very tough mark. And racing, Savage got away well. McDonald next to him, Start in yellow running well, and also Fury in the blue. Perry now starting to make up ground with 45 to go, but I think Fury at this stage is going to take it out. Perry probably will get second. Fury wins. Yes, a good run from Fury in blue. Perry was second, and Start in...
Yes, having been in that heat, he ran very well, Adrian Fury.
And his time, 12.29, as we now go to heat 3. Racing, Van Stappen did get away well too. De Guerra dropped slightly. 45 metres gone, and at this stage Emerson looking pretty good. He's got about a metre to Van Stappen, and I don't think Van Stappen can catch him. It's going to be close on the line though. Emerson wins, Van Stappen second.
Yeah, very good run by Emerson there. I think he was a bit disappointed with his time though.
12.42 was the time in that third heat. Now heat 4. Set. Proudlock got away pretty well in the middle. Johncock in yellow's running quite well. He's got them at this stage. I don't know whether Proudlock can catch him from there. Proudlock goes past McKechnie. Johncock's in front by about 2 metres. It's going to be close on the line. Johncock, he wins it from Proudlock.
Well, Johncock's run the fastest time of the day and is 4 to 1 second favourite to win the final.
Next, heat 11. 5 3/4 metres. At time of Johncock, incidentally, back in the fourth heat, 12.21. Colenso started well in the middle of the field, and so did Glassford, also Andrews. Clark up with them now. Briggs across on the outside, still prominent. Now Clark starts to stretch out. He'd be in front at this stage. Briggs would probably be pretty close to him, but now Clark wins by 3 metres from Briggs.
And Halvey and White also. A very good run by Clark. He'd be happy to be through again till Monday.
And Clark's time, 12.41, as we now go to heat 23.
Over the concluding stages.
Halvey got away well, and also Pegso in the middle too did Collins in blue, and across on the outside Stringer still running well, and Parks on the outside also, but it's Halvey at this stage with 25 metres to go. Halvey, it's going to be close, but Halvey wins a metre or two across to Parks. Yes, and well, the winning time for Peter Halvey, 12.36.
Peter Halvey's run very well there, and very strong nuggety runner, and which augurs well for a strong run up the hill at Stawell.
And so the fastest time of the 31 heats was a 12.21, and we'll take a break. 6. And he won the first heat way back on Saturday here, won the Burramine gift in 81 and second again at Burramine in 85.
Yes, Adrian is running very well here. He's pulling away from the crowd, and another one of the favourites in the green, Peter Emerson, but Adrian ran through very well, and he had a very good time of 12.29 on Saturday. Off his mark of 7 1/4 puts him well in it for the final.
And improved today to 12.15. In the second semi-final, we were looking for the Scottish runner David Clark.
And also, we have Bristol
Trained by, of course, a former winner and the great George McNeil. Won the 11th heat on Saturday, the second semi-final this afternoon, and the semi-finalist last year.
Yes, in this semi-final of David's, he really has put in the run. There was talk that on Saturday that he had a little bit up his sleeve, and here he really has taken on. Peter Halvey, a very quick starter in the blue, has got away from him, and David's run home well. He's run 4 metres faster than his heat time of 12:41 on Saturday, and he deserves the right to be the hot favourite, and in the red jacket he will take quite a deal of beating.
So David Clark from Scotland winning the second semi-final. In the third, the runner to look for was George Gregorio. First in the Sebastopol Gift 1983, trained by Neil King.
Yes, George in this ran very well. He again improved 3 yards from his run on Saturday, and in the yellow he's kept his form very well. The runner in green here, Jerry Templin, has kept George under pressure all the way, but he hasn't lost his cool. He's kept his form and his style, and he runs through very well to win the semi-final.
Thanks very much.
In the fourth semi-final, Wayne Johncock from Tasmania, a youngster, winner of the Burnie Gift this year, third in the Latrobe Gift in 80 and fourth in Bendigo this year, is the one to look for. Racing.
Yes, well, Wayne Johncock's in the green here. You can see how he's caught Mick Parks in the pink. He's very explosive over the first 70, and that should hold him in good stead to catch Paul Young off 10 3/4. The runner in blue there, Ballard, was a big tip early, but Wayne Johncock's held him off quite comfortably in the end by about half a metre.
And until the semi-final won by David Clark, the rage as far as the betting was concerned was the man trained by Fergie Speakman, who has 4 previous stall gift winners to his credit. 25-year-old Paul Young, Bendigo finalist this year, and the winner of the 5th semi-final.
Yes, here's Paul in pink. He's away very well here. Being off a big mark, he hasn't got the actual sheer pace and speed of the back markers, but he holds his form very well and has run through to beat another early favourite, Frank Corsello. His time of 12:05 again is a big improvement from Saturday, and he should also perform well.
So the gift field for 1985, the distance 120 metres, the field of 5. The back marker is D. Clark from Scotland off 5 3/4 metres, running in red. In the white is A.F. Fury from Lavington in New South Wales off 7 1/4. In the blue, G.F. Gregorio from Melton, 7 1/2 metres. In the yellow, W.B. Johncock from Somerset in Tasmania, 7 1/2 metres. And in the green, P.C. Young from Essendon, 10 3/4 metres. And we're set for a start in the 1985 Stall Easter Gift.
Except for Johncock, all the other finalists are strong finishers. So that will be, it'll be interesting at the 100-metre mark.
Here's Vern Chapman, who is today starting his 6th gift final. He's been a race starter for nearly 20 years, Vern, and issuing his instructions.
Sit and wait for the gun, otherwise you pay the penalty. Good luck to all of you.
Another interesting point with these finalists is all of them, apart from Wayne Johncock, have improved markedly on their time on Saturday. David Clark by 4 metres, Adrian Fury by 1.5 metres, George Gregorio 3, and Paul Young also by 4 metres.
So they move up onto their blocks now for the running of the 1985 Asander Stall Easter Gift. Over 120 metres, and the first prize out of a total stake of $27,500 is $15,500 plus trophies. Clark in red, Fury white, Gregorio in blue, Johncock in yellow, Young in green, and the odds-on favourite is David Clark. Second in the betting at 5 4 is Paul Young. Big crowd, hushed at Central Park. Set and racing. Clark got away well on the inside. Young still leads them at this stage. Johncock running well, and in the middle, Gregorio in blue, and so's Fury going well. Young still in front though at the 100-metre mark, and I think he's going to win it. Paul Young goes down to the line and wins by 3 metres. Second in white was Fury. Clark ran in 3rd place. Johncock was 4th and Gregorio was 5th, but a very, very easy win to Paul Young.
Yes, it was a good win by Paul Young there. He's won by probably one of the largest margins at Stall for a number of years now. You can see here he hasn't wasted his handicap of 10 3/4, and he's made the rest of the field chase him all the way through. It's very hard to give a man that sort of distance, and he hasn't lost any form. You can see here he's won a terrific, and what a terrific thing it is for his trainer, Ferg Speakman.
It gives Fergie Speakman now the gift training record of 5 wins, and an ecstatic Paul Young, Just 25, 26 years of age from Essendon of 10 3/4 metres, the winner of the 1985 gift, and 12.07, a pretty quick time off his mark. He's run about even time, perhaps just a tick outside. The winner, Paul Young, and somewhere in the middle of that crowd, I think, is Rob Gaylard.
Congratulations, Paul. Well, Friday night here at the drill hall, everyone said Paul Young could win it. You've achieved your ultimate.
Yeah, I certainly have. Actually, when I walked in on Friday night, I couldn't believe when they quoted me 5-1 because I trialled here during the week, and on that trial I had to find 2 yards, Fergie said, and I thought, well, am I in it or not? And so, well, if you find 2 yards, you're right in it. So, well, I'll see what we can do for you, Fergus. His last year, I just had to do it for him.
Well, your stable are ecstatic at the moment. In fact, all your followers around behind you. You seem to have a little bit up your sleeve.
Now, and also perhaps, Noel, we might look at the betting, and it looks at this stage to be one of the most open gifts for many years.
Yes, it seems as though there's been mainly speculative betting at the moment. Everyone who has had money put on, it doesn't look as if there's large amounts gone on. It's almost as though a stable hasn't put any money on their fancy at this stage.
Here's the field for Heat 1, running in red, CJ Perry off 1 3/4 metres. In the white is D.H. Keane from Latrobe in Tasmania off 6 3/4. Running in the blue is A.F. Fury from Lamington in New South Wales off 7 1/4. In the yellow, C.N. Start, a local boy from Ararat, running off 7 1/2. Running in green, P.J. McDonald, running 7 3/4. And in pink is S.G. Savage from Watsonia, running off 8 1/2. Ones to watch in this.
Chris Perry, well, in the red, I think Chris is classy enough as a sprinter to perform well. Chris is the current Victorian 100-metre title holder, and we're looking forward to a top performance here. He's also very keen, Graham, to represent Australia at the 1986 Commonwealth Games in Edinburgh. Adrian Fury in the blue, most capable athlete, very good over 70, shows a lot of good acceleration. Adrian's most recent successes have been over the 400-metre distance, and it'll be interesting to see how sharp he is today.
So, ready for the start of the first of 31 heats of the Asander Stall Easter Gift.
You'll be told to walk to your blocks, do not get on till given the command. When called to the set position, you'll be held till every runner's firmly settled on his box. Just wait for the gun.
That's the supervising starter, Alistair Cox, issuing instructions, and then the runners will be under the control of race starter, Mr. Vern Chapman. Chris Perry, the back marker, in red, and the limit man is Savage in pink, running off 8 1/2. So in the very first heat of the 1985 Asander Stall Easter Gift, we have the former winner in Chris Perry, running in red.
Get on your marks!
Perry off 1 3/4. Very tough mark. And racing, Savage got away well. McDonald next to him, Start in yellow, running well, and also Fury in the blue. Perry